detail later on. Of course, they're in action. The Carabao Cup is live on talkSPORT. But let's talk about Spurs on their own, not with West Ham, just for a moment, because they do look a different unit now. They've got Antonio Conte in charge. I find it incredible just how quickly a manager can change not just the shape, but the look and also the confidence of a team in a matter of weeks. I mean, he's done sterling work there, hasn't he, with Spurs? He
has, and as I said, they've got purpose now, a sense of direction. And against Liverpool, I mean, the game plan was so clear. And it's almost like no Van Dijk was there, so they thought, we can play a bit more direct, and they were a little bit direct, but you could see every time they got a bit of time in midfield, not even time sometimes, they were just clipping it in behind, and you had the likes of Son, Kane. I mean, he's probably the sharpest. I know he could have got more. He got one, but he could have had more than one.
Yeah.
That's probably the sharpest I've seen Kane look. But he missed a header. He had a couple of other chances. He set up Son for one, which he put just wide. He looked really sharp, Kane.
But weren't Spurs playing that well in the first game of the season when they played Man City? They beat them 1-0? Have I made that up?
Yeah, without Kane. But that's what they beat him 1-0. That was with their had.
I know, but were we not going, oh my God, Nuno set them up so well, they've beaten Man City, this is fantastic. But we're not saying exactly the same.
Yeah, but that was the blueprint back then. They had no Harry Kane then. He was still obviously going through what he was going through. But I think if Nuno had the choice of not playing Kane and using that front three, I think he probably would have done that for a little bit longer and then see what happened. When you've had the likes of Bergwijn, Moura and Son, one thing they've all got is incredible amounts of pace.
Yeah.
But you could just see it was so clear, getting it in behind. And attacking-wise, they caused Liverpool no end of problems. I mean, Liverpool were really square at the back. And it was almost like, okay, we ain't even got to look now. Like, people were just hooking it in behind. And Son, to be fair to him, was all kinds of running behind. And that's where he deserved his goal, because we all know it was a mistake from Alisson. But when you keep getting in there, you keep making the runs consistently, something will always break for you. And that Alisson, you would never expect him to do that. He miscontrols it, rolls it in the net, but you could quite clearly see what he wants to do. And you look at the way he's brought some of these like fringe players back, by the way. Ndombele, Dele Alli, that's the best I've seen him play for a while. Winks, Sessegnon, he's using everybody.
They're playing West Ham tonight, of course. How big a game? We know how big it is for Spurs. How big is it for West Ham? Because I think this is their best chance of silverware, even more so than Europe.
Do you know, it's a massive game for West Ham, but I don't think they've got the squad to be able to compete in the league if they want to try and finish in the top four, win the Europa, FA Cup's coming about, and then the League Cup. I just don't think their squad's big enough to be able to cope with all them amount of games.
Would you be stunned if come the end of the season West Ham finish 8th and no trophy?
No, I wouldn't.
Just a normal West Ham season?
Yeah, I think they'll run out of steam. In January, they're going to have to add one or two. And to get to this point where they are right now, they have done incredibly well.
Go on, sorry.
In the Europa, to get through the Europa, this far in the League Cup, where they are in the league, to be able to sustain that, you've got to have a bit of luck, you've got to have a big squad, and everyone's got to be put in the right direction. And I just don't know if they've got the squad to do that.
Who's tonight bigger for?
I'd probably say Spurs is bigger for Spurs.
Would you?
Well, they've just been obviously kicked out of the conference. So that's one trophy gone. So I think for Spurs, they want to win a trophy. They need to get to close to. And Conte got them playing really, really good stuff. So I think probably Spurs.
And just quickly as well, we'll get team news actually a bit later on into today's show. Do you expect both teams to not necessarily go full strength, but put out a decent side, not play a lot of young kids? I expect Liverpool. We'll talk Liverpool a bit later on. I expect them all youngsters. Spurs and West Ham play big heads tonight?
I think they play big heads. But again, with West Ham, I don't think they've got the luxury of being able to drop 7, 8 players and go now. There's hardly any squads out there that can.
Yeah. Okay. Let's take calls on all the above. 03717 223344. Mac is a Spurs fan. Hello, Mac.
How you doing, gents? We well?
I'm good. I'm very well. You're in the car. You're on your way to the lane. I suppose it's a bit early now, isn't it?
No. I'm just about to pull over. I've been out.
It ain't too early to leave with the traffic down that high road.
That's a very good point. Take your months to get out of it. Go on then, Matt. What do you want to say?
So I'll be honest. The minute we appointed Conte, I believed that Tottenham were destined for a very positive end to this season, just because of the type of manager that he is, as you've already covered. I think he's probably the closest manager we've had since Pochettino's left that bears a lot of the resemblances and elements that Pochettino had in the way he deals with the players individually. Just with a bit more of a vicious side, I think, and an aggressive side as regards the way his passion is displayed. I think we've got something really big on our hands with having Conte, and as long as we get the backing that's been promised by Levy for him to get a couple of his own pods in, I think that we've got the potential for a top 4 finish, and I also think that the Carabao Cup is is something that could be very easily within our grasp. I made a prediction with a few friends a couple of weeks ago that I think we'll do West Ham tonight. I think we'll get Arsenal in the semis, and sod's law, we'll end up with Chelsea in the final, and we'll pip them.
Well, you think you'll beat Arsenal, do you?
I think we'll beat Arsenal.
You think you'll win tonight, obviously, as well?
Yeah, I do. I think the upturn in form has helped. I think West Ham's had a little bit of a dip. I think, but Spurs as well. We've had that 2-week break as well, which I think has helped as regards being able to prepare off the pitch and get the batteries recharged. So, I don't see why it's not in our own hands to be able to make a real fist of it and walk away with a successful season.
How important do you think it is then, Mac, that there are reinforcements in January? We know Daniel Levy doesn't really put his hand in his pocket. That's why Pochettino left. Didn't get the back in. How important is it that he does that?
I think it's majorly important. I think this is where our season will be defined. Pochettino didn't get the reinforcements because he was so good with the youth, and I think Levy used that as an excuse not to spend the money. Whereas to get Conte in, I think agreements must have been made to bring him in, because Conte does like to be able to have something to spend. And as much as I believe that we've still got the core of a very good Tottenham squad from the Pochettino days, I think with Conte and some of his own boys brought in that he wants, I think we've got a lot to look forward to as Tottenham fans.
Okay. Is it raining where you are, Mac?
Yeah, it is just a little bit.
Yeah. Do you know how I know?
Go on.
Look at your wipers going, 10 to the dozen. Have a safe journey back. Thanks for coming on, Mac.
Merry Christmas, guys. Take care.
And to you too. There you go. Mac, the Spurs fan. I think it's going to be a great game tonight.
I'm really interested as well. I've got to ask him about what happens in January with Kane.
What, in respect that if another offer comes in?
If Manchester City go here, it's 120.
If Kane's played in the Europa Conference League, can he play in the Champions League?
I don't know.
He can, I'm being told. Imagine
120 million in January.
And you're going to play Champions League football.
And you're probably going to win the league because they look like the best team on the planet again.
You've got to go, haven't you? You've got to go. It's a no-brainer, isn't it?
Do you think Conte would want to keep him or take the money?
Do I think what?
Conte would want to keep him
That's
or
easy
take the
for you
money?
to say. Well, he'd want to keep him without a shadow of a doubt, wouldn't he?
You'd think so, but you just don't know. 120 million is a lot of money.
Yeah, but Harry Kane's one of the best number 9s in world football.
And where's they got them? What they won for that?
No, from Harry Kane's perspective, if Man City, top of the Premier League, knockout stage of the Champions League come in, he's got to go.
He'll want to go.
Has his price gone up or down since the summer?
Probably down.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Do you think so?
Well, he's a year old. He's going to be a year older, of course.
Yeah.
His form, the start of the season, hasn't been great.
What will get him? How much? Name me price.
I think 120.
Yeah, you think 120?
Imagine getting 120 in January.
Yeah. Don't prices go up in January?
That's 120 million.
It'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
Crazy.
03717223344 West Ham Spurs fans and football fans, pick up the phone, dial in. You will be live on talkSPORT. This is Drive on talkSPORT with WeBuyAnyCar.com. Get a free online quote in under 30 seconds. Enter your reg number now.